Hello, my name is Richard, and a few months ago, I was diagnosed with ataxia. Ataxia is basically a problem with balance. Uh, they're not really sure how it develops. I am a long-term recovering alcoholic, and I also had a fall about 7 years ago where I had a concussion and I was kept in the hospital for 2 days. What doctors told me is that ataxia, there is no cure for it. They don't know how it occurs, but what they tend to find is people who have had concussions and also have a history of substance abuse develop this as they go along. I've been recovering since 1988. I don't use drugs. I don't drink. In fact, for the last 30 years, my drug has been work. And for most of the last 30 years, I have worked 2 jobs. Um, my belief is the concussion may have had a part to do with that, a bigger part to do with that because I had been sober for many, many years. And as I've gotten older, different things have popped up. The reason why I'm raising this money is there is a little bit of a gap between when I could possibly get my disability and paying what few bills I have, cut out a lot of things. And I've been told that within 6 months, I should have my disability check, which means I can pay my rent and whatnot. I do have food stamps, so my main focus is getting to doctor's appointments to show Social Security and disability that I have an affliction that needs to be seen and treated. In 2 or 3 months that I have since I've been diagnosed, my walking has become more difficult. And someone who has been fairly active most of his life, it is difficult to be able to walk short distances. And sometimes people think that I am drunk, when in fact it's just difficult for me to keep my balance. Um, Transportation to and from doctor's visits are my main concern. I have food stamps, so I can get food. My main issue is being able to take care of getting to and from the doctor until I start receiving disability checks where I can pay for a ride. My funds are getting low, and I need to be able to get around until disability kicks in. I'm not sure how much longer that would be. My disability lawyer has told me 6 months. And so In the meantime, I have to be able to get to and from the doctors in order to have my condition uh, appraised every now and then. And until my Medicare is approved, I have no way of going to the doctors either. So that would be another thing. I don't know how long it'll be till Medicare kicks in. Um, I'm just looking to give myself a bridge in between all this coming together. Uh, for me, walking, I can walk to the grocery store, but I have hijacked a grocery cart to maintain my balance. And with the weather getting worse, it may be more difficult for me to get to the grocery store, which is probably about a half mile away. Um, I have no family in the area. They are all 400 miles north. Everybody moved northward. Uh, people, most of the people in my building do not have cars. So getting a ride to a doctor is difficult. Uh, most of my friends were work friends, and they are younger than me and still working. So from that standpoint, I'm in a I'm in between a rock and a hard place, and I'd be extremely grateful for anyone who'd be willing to donate to my GoFundMe in order for me to be able to assure myself of transportation to and from the doctors. I have to increase the amount of times I'm going to the doctor between now and the time I may be approved to show them that I have something that needs to be looked at and maintained, because in 3 months my walking has gotten visibly worse. I do take B vitamins, and that seems to help it somewhat, but at some point it's gonna become difficult for me to get to the grocery store, and until my benefits kick in where I can maybe do some other things, I'm looking to have general public help me out in the meantime. I would be extremely grateful for any help that I could receive in this regard. If someone could help me out a little bit, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm here alone, and it's difficult. The last few months, I have not done much to get out of my apartment because the walking is so hard for me. It takes a lot out of me. So, if in the kindness of your heart you can see fit to donate to help me reach a goal where I can maintain myself for the next 6 months, that would be great. I don't do much of anything, and this is my way of being able to take care of myself. I have resisted doing anything like this because I wanted to believe that everything would work out just fine. And it's been pretty decent comparatively. I've been able to get food. It's hard not being able to work anymore or drive or get around. There are things that I'd love to get around to do, but I can't anymore. So this is what I need to do to maintain what meager existence I will have going forward. So if you can donate and help me out, I'd really like to get some of this going in the next month or so to help me maintain where I'm at and be able to make some doctor visits and do some of the visits I need to do in regards to my disability. So if you whatever you can afford, I will greatly appreciate.